entering the very world of Milton Jones.
Good evening. I'm Milton Jones. You know what it's like when you're walking down the high street and you see someone doing market research and they see you and you see them and then they start running. I got home from work the other day and I said to my wife, hello, hon. Not that me and my wife have pet names for each other, it's just she's German. London, that's a bit of a disappointment. The houses and the hotels aren't the same size or colour as I thought they were going to be. I guess Monopoly is just a game. So here I am then, about to be crushed by a newspaper printing press. Ironic, really, as I'm a promising young journalist. Tomorrow my face will be all over the front page. My legs, my arms, my life begins to flash before my eyes. Here comes the angel. She looks a bit grand.
Hello! Oh, I see you're in a spot of bother. Oh, dear, I hope it isn't going to be messy. I hear you're quite well known.
Yes, my sure touch and sharp eye are the talk of Fleet Street.
So how did you end up in a printing press?
I fell in.
Well, as you might know, it's my job to put together a little tape of your life. I'll make a cup of tea in a minute. Now, if I can just set up the equipment...
Come on. I want to talk about the problems that face a world which is increasingly obsessed with the meaningless and trivial.
Muffin?
Yes, please.
Now, what on earth made you want to be a journalist?
My father owned the local rag, but I was determined to leave the dirt and poverty of a village that only had one piece of cloth to clean things with. Then I decided to follow an age-old profession. You see, journalists have been with us since medieval times.
You mean storytellers wandering from town to town?
No, the medieval times, that was the first free newspaper. And this was the second.
Hello, I'm your local free ads paper. Loot. Please buy this horse that I offer you, with its fetlocks broad and a brand new shoe. Its mistress is a lady fair, and it's only ridden at weekends.
No, I can't afford it. Is it free for me to put an ad in?
Certainly. What do you want to sell?
It's a muck car. It's just got a new wheel and it's orange.
Sorry, no can do.
Why not?
Nothing rhymes with orange.
Well, I could chuck this bit of hessian over it.
Oh, no, I don't do covers.
I'm here with Milton Jones, a young man who started his career on hospital radio.
Yes, I was a volunteer at St Thomas's. It was great fun, putting on records, reading requests, and making funny phone calls. In the end, though, they threw me out of the operating theatre. So I joined the radio station.
Oh, dear.
Hello, this is Milton Jones with your latest weather update. Outside it's fresh and windy, but inside St Thomas's, as always, it's stale and muggy with an overpowering smell of antiseptic. Traffic now. Avoid the geriatrics department if you can. A wheelchair has shed its load and is blocking both lanes of the corridor. Sport? I don't think so. And now it's time for some music. I'm playing this one for everyone with depression on the window ledge of the psychiatric wing.
But then one day you were summoned to see the governors.
Jones, we're fed up with your unruliness. Lack of respect, ridiculous competitions, and lewd behaviour. Meet your successor, a nice bespectacled boy, Christopher Evans.
Eventually, I got a job with the official magazine of Hartlepool Football Club, which was called The Spectator. From there, I moved on to the Llandeffel Echo. It wasn't a Welsh paper, we just had a clumsy typesetter. Tragically, soon afterwards, the editor died from poor circulation.
It all sounds like rather a lot of hard work.
Well, on a small paper, you had to be flexible. One week you could be writing the motoring column, the next, the obituaries.
Oh, yes, better have a look. Now, where did I put my reading glasses?
Local dignitary Arthur Phillips passed away peacefully yesterday. He started work as a delivery boy in 1933, riding an old-fashioned Holdsworth bike. This wicker basketed babe goes from 0 to 10 in under 2 minutes. It comes in dusty black, and all in all, madam, it's a machine that can deliver your groceries any time of the day. He eventually went on to occupy a position on the board, where he was given a company 2-litre Ford Zephyr with a built-in heater and walnut trim. Oh yes, that olive green gas guzzler could really give a Dolly Bird, his wife Angela, who he married in 1959, a pumping powerhouse of a lift home. His funeral was a small family affair, spoilt only for me by the poor handling of the Rover V8 hearse. What a dreadful way to go.
Thought that so soon afterwards you would have been standing on top of a hotel in the middle of the night with explosions going off all around you.
It started about 10 minutes ago. There were a couple of explosions just to the west of the city. The sky was lit up with what looked like tracer fire. Then we saw some sort of rocket explode in midair. All that remains for me to do is to wish everyone in the town of Inverness a very happy November the 5th.
So you were fired again, I notice, and moved to another local paper far away.
You know, it's like, you're going up the motorway in the car, and you go past Barnstable, and everyone in the car goes, "War, Barnstable, war, Barnstable, war." And you go past Birmingham, and everyone in the car goes, and you get to Liverpool, and a delegation comes out from the city and says, "Look, we really don't like the stereotypes that you're using here." And you say, "Yeah, fair enough." And you turn around and your wheels are missing. In my spare time, inspired by the journalists who'd forged the Hitler diaries, I decided to do the prequel, The Diaries of the Kaiser.
Oh, right. Well, do let's hear a bit.
Herr General, what have you brought for me?
Mein Kaiser, this is the design for the new German army helmet. You see, it's very strong, robust, and it's got a great big spike on top of it. It has many, many advantages. For example, our armies would be able to camouflage themselves as railings in the event of any park-based conflict.
Excellent, Herr General. With our other great military innovation, the submarine, the war is as good as won. Let us try it immediately. Morning, gentlemen.
Everyone stand up for the Kaiser.
I've seen a lot of changes in my time as a journalist. For instance, I remember when press conferences were first invented. They held a press conference to explain them.
So to recap, when someone calls a press conference, they will read out a statement to a room full of journalists.
Will we be able to ask questions?
Yes, you will.
Can we ask any question at all? Like, why don't lollipop ladies use those big stop signs to stop wars?
No.
Oh, I see.
Thank you, everyone. No more questions, please.
How will we know when they're finished? Once the paparazzi were allowed into press conferences, the whole thing degenerated.
Bash the bell leg, then. Oh, and give us a big smile.
What are your measurements?
Oh, yes. Can you take your top off, then, love?
No, I don't think that would be appropriate behaviour for the Secretary-General of the United Nations.
But apparently you had a growing reputation as an investigative journalist. And that's how you got your first break in television, working as one of those nice young men on That's Life.
It was awful. I wanted to be serious, but we were forced to speak this other weird, made-up language.
What was that?
Esperanto.
Good evening. We've had a letter from Mr. Gillard from Worcester, enclosing his gas bill. It was for over £3,000. We said, surely you haven't used that much gas. And he said...
That's right, I haven't.
We contacted the gas board. They said,
We are very sorry, but we have no record of a Mr. Gillard in Worcester.
So we said,
There's been an earthquake in Guatemala. Thousands of people have been made homeless.
but surely if Mr. Gillard received a bill, then you must have heard of him. And they said,
Whoops, we've made a terrible mistake. Would you like to hear an apology in song?
and of course, we said,
No! Why would we want to hear the gas board singing a song when there's been an earthquake in Guatemala?
now for Mr. Gillard, all this is a bit of a disaster.
Not as bad as the earthquake in Guatemala.
And then we got a bit fed up and said,
Milton?
I said, what?
And we said...
You're fired. Cyril.
Milton Jones, about to die for the cause of investigative journalism.
Yes, I was obsessed. My hero was Roger Cook. I even had my own investigative music and everything. But then it began to affect my personal life.
Milton, you ready yet? We don't want to be late for the party.
Good evening. My name is Milton Jones, and I'm half-dressed and looking in the mirror. Tonight we'll be asking the question, why am I not ready yet?
Oh, come on, we've got to get to Fulham. Hurry up, we'll be late. Where have you put the camera? I want to take some photos.
Jane does not know about the hidden camera.
Why are you talking to yourself?
And tonight we'll also be asking the question, why is Milton Jones talking to himself?
Where's that music coming from?
And where's that music coming from?
Oh, I'm off. I can't wait forever.
And why can't I hold down a stable relationship?
You are a pathetic individual, aren't you? Perhaps now would be a good time to meet your opposite from a parallel universe. Ace reporter Milton Smith.
Hello, Jones. Smith here.
Hello, Smith.
And hello to you, too.
Oh, hello.
And I say hello because you're just the sort of beauty that I might see in Hello magazine. Having a picture of.
Oh, well, really. Now, Milton, you could learn a lot about investigative journalism from Smith. His actions brought down an American president.
You shot JFK.
No, I discovered the tapes that embarrassed President Nixon into resigning.
What were they? Phil Collins?
No, Watergate. And what a gateway to fame and fortune it was for me.
And he's been played by Dustin Hoffman in a film.
You're Rain Man.
So, Jones, have you got a story, eh?
Yep, I think I might be onto something. Animal experimentation.
Oh, yes?
Apparently, somewhere they've got a tiger, a pig and a donkey, and they've taught them all to speak English.
Really?
Well, according to this bloke called Christopher Robin, anyway.
The problem is, Smith, that Jones is about to be crushed by a giant printing press.
Is that a problem?
Listen, whoever's chasing me is trying to take over the whole of the media. He's going to swamp the world with information.
But why?
He wouldn't tell me.
Now, would anyone like some homemade cake?
Ooh, I love homemade stuff.
Here, have this then.
What is it?
A bomb.
I'll get you for this, Jones.
You decided to seek a fresh challenge. You took a job as the only reporter in a tiny American town.
What a mistake that was. The most uneventful place in the world, Roswell, New Mexico.
So you came back to Britain and you spent 2 whole years shuffling around the streets of London, living undercover as a tramp.
Undercover?
Yes, well, anyway. You had to start again, right on the very bottom rung of the media ladder.
That's it for TFI Friday this week. Tune in next week when I'll be in the nude again. Right, that's a wrap. Look, I want a word with you now.
Chris, it's great to be working with you at last.
For me.
Oh, yes, for you.
Listen, if you're going to be part of the crazy gang that follows me around, then you have to laugh and clap in the right places.
That was wrong, wasn't it?
Yeah. Only when I say something funny, like on the last show when I said how ugly that man was. Or when I took all my clothes off. That was funny.
Oh, sorry. Hey,
You don't understand, do you?
Yes, I do.
You're fired.
So after that, you went back to working for yourself.
Yes, things began to get better. I got some freelance work for the Church Times, but the old investigative habits die hard. Archbishop, thanks for taking the time.
My pleasure.
Just a couple of questions. I've been wondering what that is.
It's my bishop's staff.
It looks like a crook of some kind.
Well, you could call it a crook, I suppose.
Do you know a lot of crooks?
Well, I don't really know what you mean. They're just inanimate objects, aren't they?
Yes, of course. Let me try another tack. Do you know anyone called Douglas?
My nephew, yes.
Any others?
The Bishop of Chester. He's a Douglas, isn't he?
Have you ever given them both a lift in your car?
Not together, no. Separately, yes.
So you have taken Doug's?
Hang on. I can see what you're trying to do. You're just trying to tie me up in knots.
And you'd like that, would you?
Oh, how dare you! I've a good mind to...
Perfect! Ouch! Could you just take a picture of it? In between jobs, I returned to forging the Kaiser's diaries.
Never mind, Herr General. The helmet is still a good idea. We may have lost all our submarines, but we will win the war by air power with our magnificent Zeppelin airships. Good morning, gentlemen.
Everyone stand up and salute the Kaiser!
I wanted to use my journalistic powers for good, so I even wrote speeches for the then Prime Minister, but it always seemed to go disastrously wrong.
Right, Milton, let's have a look at what you've written for my keynote speech to the party conference.
Here's the full draft.
It is a great privilege for me to introduce the leader of the Band Union Solidarity, Mr. Lech Walesa. It must be very taxing to lead people in such circumstances.
And at the top of the page, I've jotted down an easy way to remember it.
Introduce poll tax.
No, I'm not sure you should phrase it quite like that.
Nonsense. And what have you written for me for my Army Chiefs of Staff Council tomorrow?
Here we are.
I was at my sink the other day listening to the church bell ringing when I thought, what is the point in fighting over an island in the South Atlantic whose only product is guano?
And the key words?
Sink the bell, guano.
Oh dear. And for the Council of European Ministers on Wednesday?
Britain has every right to protect her sovereignty. We will defend it in the morning, we will defend it in the evening, we will defend it on the beaches, in the fields and in the towns. Come on then, Johnny Foreigner, do you want some?
And at the top?
Don't worry, I'll remember that one.
Now, Milton, you still haven't tried any cake. Swiss roll?
No, I couldn't. I've always been suspicious of the Swiss roll during the war. Which reminds me of the time I spent as a war correspondent with the Mujahideen in the hills of Afghanistan.
Oh, so now you're a war correspondent. It makes me quite dizzy.
Yes, years ago, I was actually on the last chopper out of Saigon. Had to cycle very fast. The Khmer Rouge, they were after me. Obviously, I didn't want the Khmer Rouge to catch me, because I thought they'd probably break the gears or something. So I had to go AWOL, which, of course, is initials for absent without leave, because like everything in Vietnam was initials. MIA, missing in action. KIA, ORA, that was Kia Ora. Of course, not everyone came back from Vietnam. The Vietnamese, for a start.
Was that you returned to the Far East to seek a different kind of broadcasting ethos.
But I found even in Tibet, the most remote communities have been corrupted by tabloid television.
Welcome all of you, brethren, to A Question of Zen. This week we're coming from the lovely foothills of Mount Everest, and it's almost time for the first question. But first, let's have a round of applause from our studio audience, who, of course, are only allowed to clap with one hand. So, Brother Cujo, are you ready with your buzzer? Brother Rama? Right, here we go. If a tree falls in a forest and there's no one to hear it, does it still make a sound? Brother Cujo?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Cujo, that's not the right answer. Try again.
Well, No.
I'm sorry, you're wrong again. I'll have to give the point to Brother Rama.
But he hasn't even said an answer.
And his serenity has eloquence beyond that of 1,000 words. Next question. What is the nature of Buddha? Brother Cujo again.
Is it...
I'm sorry, Cujo. Brother Rama gets the point again.
What?
For he has realized that search for an answer is not the true purpose of contemplation.
Hold on a minute. Hasn't he taken a vow of silence?
Oh, I'm sorry, we're run out of time.
But that's not fair.
All right, Brother Cujo, do you want to go for the big prize?
Well, yes.
Wrong again. Surely you know that all desire is suffering. So this week's prize goes to Brother Rama. You've won the chance to be elevated to a state of bliss. Of course, there are two ways of attaining this. You can look inside yourself for true meaning, or you can spend a week being pampered at Priory Grove Health Farm deep in the delightful Sussex countryside. Well, that's all we've got time for in this life. See you next time, possibly as a rabbit or a twig.
I returned home deeply disillusioned with the Western media. Every detail of news that we're fed is cynically produced by a multi-million-pound machine with vested interests.
Where did you learn that?
I read it in the paper. I decided to set up my own interactive TV news station. Since ordinary people had no effect on the news, at least they could change the way it was reported.
Good evening. Here's the news. The Prime Minister met his German counterpart today for talks about the future of Europe.
First of all, you could change the accent to that of your local region.
The Prime Minister met his German counterpart today for talks on the future of Europe.
Alternatively, you could get it read in a particular emotion, like anger.
The Prime Minister met his German counterpart today for talks on the future of Europe.
And finally, you could get the autocue to change one key word and add in the appropriate sound effect.
The Prime Minister met his gerbil counterpart today for talks on the future of Europe.
It was an immediate success. People went crazy.
Financial news now. The dollar rose 3 points, which resulted in a lot of activity on the stick exchange. The government have announced that the rate of inflation has exceeded acceptable levels. After the largest bank raid in recent years, police announced today that they have found the robbery vehicle. That's all from me. The nudes will be back at the same time. Toboggan.
In time, I was planning that each set would have its own remote control, and that if you saw people fighting, you could press stop, and they would stop. If children were crying, you could press play, and they would play. And if you saw a dog running towards you, you could press pause, and it would trip over.
Well, I'm sure that would be a tremendous success.
But the price of that success was the jealousy of others. One night, when I got home, I found that my ketchup, my bottle of HP, and some mayonnaise was missing. I was devastated.
Why?
A good journalist always protects his sources.
I think I see.
It was round about the time I got my own TV show that I began to feel like I was being watched. As a precaution, I began to vary my route home, but to no avail. As I was boarding a ferry to the Isle of Man, I was abducted. I was blindfolded and padlocked to a radiator, but this didn't seem to put them off either. Eventually, I found myself trapped in this huge, disused warehouse full of printing presses and televisions. It was the heart of a massive publicity operation. But who could possibly want all this publicity?
Yeah, it's me, Chris Evans!
Why am I here? And why are you wearing that fluorescent white jumpsuit?
It's not. I'm naked.
Oh.
I want you to sell me your interactive TV station so that I can make people laugh at everything I say. And if you don't, I'll humiliate you for the rest of your life.
Sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me, unless, of course, you were to put me in that printing press.
Good idea.
Bother!
Well, this is where I came in. You're about to be crushed to death by a printing press. Sticky buns?
No, I'm just a bit nervous.
You know, I really only have a moment to show you some outtakes from other people's lives. You're not the only person whose life goes horribly wrong, Milton. Listen to this.
Hello? Speaking. Double glazing again, Tom. Can't believe it. No. No, look, I told you last week the answer is no. Now, for pity's sake, will you remove my name from your records and stop harassing me like this?
Dad, you know, sooner or later you're going to have to pay them for the conservatory they installed.
Oh, if you insist. Here's one more.
Right, I've got one leg in the service station, and if I could just get the other to reach the central reservation.
Grandma, I didn't think this is what you meant when you said come round and play bridge.
Well, this is where I say goodbye. It's been charming.
Watch her.
Watch her?
Watch yourself on the way out. There's some ink on the floor. So, all alone. The other day, my wife was wearing this slinky number, which only really worked when she went downstairs. I was watching TV the other day, and I flipped over, and, you know, all I could see were the brown cushions on my sofa really close up. My dad was a dustman. I didn't like him coming to get us from school, though. Not because I was ashamed he was a dustman, it's just you never knew which day he was going to come. So here I am, about to be pulped by Chris Evans.
So, Jones, prepare to be pulped.
Hold it right there.
Esther, what are you doing here?
Well, I was watching your interactive TV channel, and someone said your kidnapper had demanded an unbelievable ransom.
You'll never catch me.
Ah, but I rang the police, and they said...
All right, Evans, you're under arrest.
Take him away, officer. You're going away for a very long time.
Yeah, and don't forget your toothbrush.
Who is he anyway, this ginger, naked person?
You mean you don't recognise him? He's one of the most powerful men in the media.
Now that is funny.
That was The Very World of Milton Jones, starring Milton Jones. It also starred Alexander Armstrong and Sally Grace. The show was written by Milton Jones with Dan Evans, John Holmes and Andy Hurst, Mike Haskins, Mark Evans and James Barkman, Sean Pye and Tony Roach. The producer was David Tyler and the programme was a positive production for the BBC. You are now entering the very world of Milton Jones.
Good evening. My name is Milton Jones. My aunt is called Jean. My great-aunt is called Jean. My grandma is called Jean. My great-grandma is called Jean. My cousin is called Jean, and my second cousin is called Jean, and she has just had a baby, and she's called it Jean. They all went out to a nightclub to celebrate, but when they got to the door, the bouncer said, "Sorry. You're all wearing trainers." You see, mankind does not understand nature. In 10 years' time, all the tigers will be extinct. And why? Because we have all the frosties. So what else is happening in the news? A lot of prisons going independent. Broadmoor, Strangeways, Australia. So here I am then, in a tiny dinghy just off the Great Barrier Reef. I am completely at one with nature. The blazing yellow sun, the deep blue sea, that great white shark. Ah. It seems to be coming towards me. Its mouth opens. My life begins to flash before my eyes. Here comes the angel. She's got a pint of lager and a hat with corks tied to it.
G'day.
You're Swiss, aren't you?
Milton Jones, scientist, eco-warrior and general all-round good bloke. How you doing?
You lot are always so bright and breezy. Australian psychiatrist. That must be an easy job.
What do you mean?
Hello, Doctor.
Yeah, mate. How you doing?
No worries.
Great. Next.
Look, I'm here to compile the tape of your life, to show you anything you like. Oh dear, it looks like you've made a bit of a budge of things. You dedicated your life to science, but you never discovered anything.
But I love to learn about the great scientists of the past, like Archimedes, Galileo, and my favourite, Leonardo da Vinci, artist, inventor, and I also thought he was very good in the film Titanic.
Amazing, a huge aquatic vessel powered by fossil fuels, just as I imagined it. And Rose, look, come to the front. I want to show you something. Close your eyes. Trust me. Now open them. See? Gravity.
Look, science is hard work, coming up with something, then gradually refining it. Ideas don't always work out first time.
Bonjour, monsieur. Have I come to the right place?
Ah oui, this is indeed the patent office of Paris.
Ah, bon, good. My name is Dr. Guillotine. This is my first ever invention, and I would like a patent for it. The serving hatch.
Let me see. How does it work?
Well, basically, you put your head through here, that's right, and just as you say, tea's ready. Perhaps it needs a couple of little refinements.
Now, you were born into a medical family. Your dad was a doctor, your mum was a nurse. They had 6 children, but you all left home early?
Well, they needed the beds. I remember one birthday asking for that game, Operation. 3 years I waited. Still, I got my revenge. I asked to borrow my dad's hi-fi. When he asked for it back, I said, OK, but sorry, I've lost your records.
Yeah, this is getting quite interesting.
Is it? Sorry, the way your intonation goes up at the end of a sentence, I find it quite difficult to know when you're asking a question.
Why?
Sorry, that is one, isn't it? This must be very confusing in Australia, especially for game shows.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the All-Australian Quiz Show, You Betcha, Mate. We have 4 contestants tonight. Dave?
Correct, we do have 4 contestants.
That's right, we do, but we haven't started yet. Mandy?
No, we haven't started yet.
I know we haven't started. I'm just trying to get to the first question.
Yes, you are, mate.
OK. Can we just have complete silence, please?
Yes, you can.
OK, that was a question, but it was supposed to be rhetorical.
Yes, it was rhetorical.
I think it was too.
Yes, you do think that?
Shut up. OK, question number 1. Well, that's all we've got time for. We'll see you next week.
Yes, we will.
I'm here with Milton Jones, who's whinging on about being eaten by a shark. So your mum wanted you to be a doctor too?
Yes, especially when she fell over and broke her leg. My uncle was an anaesthetist. He was also brilliant at playing hide and seek. You could never catch him.
Right, close your eyes and count backwards from 10.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
I grew up being so familiar with doctors and their equipment that it was ordinary objects that scared me. In fact, I was the sort of person who would have watched a sofa from behind Doctor Who.
Doctor Who?
That's right. I've always wanted to make an animal version called Vet Who. So you've got this vet, but he'd still have an assistant who hangs around asking the vet stupid questions. Oh no, that's Rolf Harris.
So, by now, you're a troubled adolescent doing your chemistry O-level.
Oh yes, I remember. Boyle's Law.
What's that?
Don't squeeze them. I also spent ages trying to understand how machines work, the physics of moving objects, and why when you put a penny in, the other pennies don't fall off the edge.
So you left school with no qualifications, bad skin, and an unhealthy interest in arcade games. What did you do?
I did what all young lads do in that situation. I got a job in Dixon's. There I learnt how to sell things in that special Dixon's way.
Hello, I'd like to buy this Toshiba.
Perhaps you'd prefer the Boshiba, Dixon's own make, which is like the Toshiba but with one letter change.
No thanks.
What format would you like? Laserdisc, CD, DVD?
It's a toaster. It doesn't use formats.
Insurance then. Cover for a year.
No.
OK, nobody move. This is a robbery. Give me all the money now.
Do you want real money or Dixon's own make?
Quick.
What format? Pounds, 50s, pennies?
Just hand it over now.
There we are. I'm afraid that's all we've got. I could ring Brentford and see if they've got some. Perhaps you could pick it up this afternoon.
That's it. I'm off.
How about some insurance, sir? Why not take this lady hostage? She'll give you cover till you leave the shop.
And yet you still had ideas about becoming a famous scientist.
Ah, yes. Well, I knew that great ideas were 95% perspiration, 4% inspiration and 7% basic knowledge of maths. But persistence is the key.
Bonjour, monsieur. Can I help you?
May we? My name is Dr. Guillotine.
Not Guillotine, the patent office murderer.
Relax, I have served my time. Besides, I've got a brand new invention, the cat flap.
Well, I don't know.
I've already installed it in this door over here. Look, here comes the cat.
Take him away.
Perhaps it doesn't need a blade.
I'm here with Milton Jones, a one-man academic disaster area. But your brilliant elder brother Morgan did become a doctor.
Yes, ironic really, as he had a terrible allergy to milk products. His face would contort, he'd foam at the mouth, and his arms would flap up and down. And that was if you just said the word cheese. Shame, but we've got some great family photos. However, I always found it difficult not to compare myself when the family got together at Christmas.
There, ma'am. Finished the washing up. Just take the marigolds off that I put on to protect the outer epidermis of my skin.
Oh, thank you, Morgan. You're such a clever boy, not like your brother Milton.
Well, you know how it is, ma'am. My hands were made for healing.
Oh, good. My shoes need mending.
Stop it, Milton. You're just jealous. What have you been up to, then?
I've discovered a link between smoking and a number of small circular holes on my sofa.
Oh, well done, Milton. Well, I've got to dash. I've got to finish writing a couple of articles for the Lancet.
Oh, yes, the magazine for people with boils.
You've got a subscription then, have you? Oh, there goes my bleep. Must be wanted in theatre.
Yeah, sell some more ice creams.
Oh, haha.
Ice creams!
No.
Lots of bloody cream and milk. Not so clever now.
So, as your brother's medical career took off, you tried to become a dentist.
When the opportunity arose, I was concerned to be a kind, careful dentist. People have got to trust you if you're going to put a dangerous metal instrument into their mouth. Anyway, I gave it a bash.
Maybe we should have a look-see.
Right. Well, I don't want to scare you, so hop up into the chair. Let's have a look. Oh, yes, right. Nurse, the drill, please. Thank you. Right, this will just take a second.
But it's enormous.
There we go. Bit of a loose bolt on the chair there. Oh, sorry, you didn't think I was... Look, I'll put on a bit of music for you. Help calm you down.
Actually, could you turn that off? It's making me nervous.
Sorry. Of course. Well, we'd better get started. Now, a lot of people are afraid of injections. So I'm just going to give you a quick jab in the lower jaw. And a right hook to the nose. There we are, out cold. And much less scary than an injection.
Eventually, you did get a job in the pathology department of a local hospital. but you were asked to leave after you wrote a report which said, what was it?
Cause of death, autopsy.
And so you pursued alternative medicine.
Yes, I often wonder what it would have been like to practice alternative medicine in a casualty department.
Doctor, we need you over in cubicle 3 now.
Coming. Right, what's the problem?
The patient's complaining of chest pains and breathlessness. Could it be blocked coronary arteries?
No, sounds more like blocked energy pathways to me. This crystal should sort it out. Wear it round your neck for a week. Who's next?
Cubicle 2, Doctor.
And what seems to be wrong with you?
Terrible back pain. I can barely walk.
Right, take off your shirt.
You're going to examine me?
No, it's just blue, and that's a bad colour to balance with your personality.
Doctor, we need you over here. We've got a man who's coming with a railing through his head.
All right. Now, what seems to be the problem?
I've got a railing through me head.
Yes, but what's the real problem? What's the cause of this deep down?
Please just get the railing out of me head.
Doctor, what are you going to do?
Get a nice cup of chamomile tea.
What good will that do?
It'll calm you down, nurse. You're being far too excitable.
Are you going to take it out?
Well, I want you to apply the contents of this bottle.
What is it?
Metal polish.
Is that it?
Well, all right, I'm going to put another railing on the other side of your head.
What?
It'll balance your yin and yang. Think of it as large-scale acupuncture. I'm also an expert in feng shui. You see, in every house there are certain energy points, which are very handy, especially if you have to plug in a hairdryer. You see, according to the ancients, there is good energy and bad energy. Good energy is where the sofa is facing the television. Bad energy is when the toilet is in the middle of the lounge. If people ask me to advise them on their house, I always suggest they make sure their bathroom has a clear window facing south. That's not feng shui, that's so I can see them from my house with binoculars. I ended up working as a lab technician doing menial tasks, but at night I continued my own researches. I even discovered a reversible scientific law. Pavlov's dogs ring a bell, produce saliva. My Auntie Sylvia, ring a bell, produces pavlova.
But then it got a bit sinister, didn't it? Look what you wrote in one of your papers. We evil scientists are the future of the world.
No, weevil scientists are the future of the world. I was doing a paper on the freshness of biscuits.
And all the time you were still in competition with your brainy brother.
Right, I've had to listen to your heart and everything seems fine. You can put your clothes back on now.
Oh, look, Morgan. Milton loves the action man we gave him.
Sad, isn't it, Mum? Milton here still messing around at home while I've been working on a top-secret genetic engineering project.
Experimenting on animals?
Yes, I even got the turkey from the laboratory.
Very nice it was, too. It fed 15 of us and we each had a leg.
And what piffling thing have you been working on, Milton?
I've discovered that if you sleep on hay and eat only cheese, you die within 2 years.
Really?
Well, I've only tried it on mice so far.
Pathetic.
You're just dismissing my work because it's an experiment with cheese.
No.
Cheese.
No.
Cheese.
Milton Jones, what a drongo. Why did your brother upset you so much?
He was destroying the balance of the planet.
Oh, don't be such a hothead. You know they say every man is a socialist when he's young and a conservative when he's middle-aged.
And green when he's dead.
But don't animal scientists have to be really responsible these days?
Not at the labs I got a job in.
I know. Why don't we try crossing a small, annoying dog with a caribou and getting a peekaboo? Popular with children.
No. Use the caribou to breed with an aardvark. Get a car park.
No, I know. Let's cross a llama with a giraffe just for a laugh.
And what about a cat and a rat? No, that doesn't work, does it? I joined the gang of eco-warriors that were protesting outside my brother's laboratory. They had built a network of tunnels under the road which had collapsed, so now the town needed an enormous bypass. Becoming an eco-warrior isn't easy. Most people take a while to adjust to living in a hole. But it was easier for me because I'm from Swansea.
And it was when you were with this group that you met your girlfriend.
Ah, yes, Philippa. She taught me everything about how to be an eco-warrior. Previously, I'd attempted to be a hunt saboteur, leaping out from behind a hedge, but apparently it really upset all the children looking for Easter eggs.
What kind of actions did you take?
We attacked shops that carried genetically modified food. We destroyed fields with genetically modified crops. Although, with hindsight, the attack on the GM TV studios was a mistake. Or maybe it wasn't. Another time, we sailed in a dinghy into the path of a huge oil tanker.
In the name of planet Earth, I ask you to stop! Very well then, I'll have to use these grenades! I warned you I'd stop at nothing to save the environment. See, now that you're losing your cargo of oil...
Your band of eco-warriors was a very tight-knit community. There was a strict rule about there being no relationships within the group. But you and Philippa were very secretly engaged.
Yes, not even she knew.
So what happened?
We were testing levels of radioactivity in the river nearby, and she fell in. Her skin went scaly, and from that moment on, she was half woman, half fish.
Oh, but that's quite romantic, isn't it, to have a girlfriend who's a mermaid?
Not really. Her top half was fish.
Oh, so you were all alone. What a downer.
Well, you must be used to that.
I'm sorry?
Being alone. Australia's a huge land with a tiny population. I mean, your TV soaps always pretend there are lots of people just popping in all the time, but I'd like to see a real Australian soap set in the outback.
No. Everybody needs
No.
a name. Just a friendly word.
Hello? Is anyone there? Hello?
Get to know each other. Next door is only a
9-hour drive.
So, Milton, you decided to turn your back on humanity to work with endangered species.
Yes, many of them are in denial. For instance, pandas all have names like Ling Ling and Cha Cha, to make it seem as if there are twice as many of them as there are. Once I worked at a place for retired animal actors. It's quite sad. They're all getting on a bit. Lassie? Lassie? How are you doing, old girl? Oh, hello, Cheetah. OK, I'll get you a cup of cocoa. I'll just get Tarka out of the bath. None of you are as sure-footed as you used to be.
Mr. Jones, come quickly, it's Skippy. He's fallen down a mine shaft.
Now, what's this? While you were in Africa, you were hunting with ivory merchants.
No, relax. Merchant ivory hunting. Much more acceptable.
Shh, shh. Listen, over there, by the gully.
What is it?
I heard the rustle of a skirt. There it is again. Listen.
He really does seem to be a handsome young man. I wonder if he'll come to Chatsworth for luncheon.
It's an Emma Thompson.
Wow. I'll get the shotgun.
And look over there, by the watering hole. Daniel Day-Lewis and Helena Bonham Carter.
The double-barreled shotgun, then. What's that?
Behind you, we're being charged by an enormous pink Simon Callow. Get me the gun!
I can't find it.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Why not?
It's not my best side, love.
So, what brought you to this part of the world?
Every day I would listen for news of my brother's terrible experiments with fruit and veg. Then one day I heard that the Kiwis had beaten England at cricket. Once I arrived, I enjoyed all those peculiarly Australian experiences like Christmas on the beach, although there was an unfortunate incident with a child's present when I was asked to put more paraffin on the Barbie. Then, camping out in the bush, I was bitten by a funnel-web spider. Until that point, I'd always thought arachnophobia was an irrational fear of Saddam Hussein. I became delirious, and I dreamed I was attended by some of the most famous doctors in the world. Dr. Zhivago.
Got my new boots.
Dr. Martin. And just who are you, sir? Of course, Dr. Pepper. Still delirious, I wandered round the desert, deep in the heart of Australia. Then, in the distance, I saw a mysterious shape forming in the landscape. As I got closer, I heard an awesome noise.
I've been here for 1,000 years, all big and red and mighty. So please don't drop your litter here, but take it back to Blighty.
It was Pam's Rock. She told me of an enormous nuclear test that was taking place at sea. I set sail for the test zone. It was just like old times again.
And this is where I came in, with you about to meet a ripper shark. So, just time to show you a few moments from other people's lives where they found themselves in trouble.
Roger, squadron, bearing 109 at 9er. Stay in Alpha formation, ready to lock on target in 3057.
Blue Leader, do we have to listen to this music?
Not at all. Take the tape out if you want.
Thousands of feet above the Iraqi desert, and he makes us play the Bee Gees. Right, where's the eject button?
Here's another.
It is a pleasure to welcome you to the Vatican. Thank you also for your gifts. These two. What are they?
Well, I believe that's a long-haired Burmese, and that's a lilac point Siamese.
I've never had a cat before.
Really? How embarrassing. I'm sure I read somewhere that you are a cataholic.
And here's one more, an inventor.
Monsieur Guillotine, you have requested this audience with the Academy of the Bastille. What do you want?
Thank you, gentlemen. At last I have perfected what I have been working towards all these years, and I believe it will be of great use to you within the penal system.
Pray show us.
This may look like an ordinary frame, but if a prisoner puts his head through here, we can...
Of course! Chop it off!
No. Let him out into the garden without having to unlock the door.
Well, goodbye. If I'm honest, you've been a right misery. I'm quite glad you're snuffing it, actually.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, go on then. Push off with your funny accents and your land full of sheep. Not like us Welsh. Terrible, isn't it, when you have to watch a man drown? All the time thinking, I wish I'd eaten that meal 5 minutes earlier. I went swimming the other day. This girl came off the top board, missed the main pool, and landed on me as I crossed the footbath. Women divers. My Auntie Marge has been ill for so long, we've changed her name to I Can't Believe She's Not Better. Here we go. The shark's mouth is coming nearer. Nearer. Philippa, it's you! I didn't recognize you. You've learned to speak dolphin language. Oh, I see. You're still radioactive. And you've changed your name from Philippa to Flipper. And Skippy's fallen down a mine shaft. Yes, I know. And the test is going to happen at any moment. Too late. Look, a giant mushroom cloud. No, it's just a giant mushroom. A 500-foot high mushroom.
I know who's behind this. My brother, Morgan.
Yes, it's all my work. With my giant genetically modified food, I can take over the world. Look at all my other beautiful creations. A giant piece of broccoli, a 200-mile-wide pastry base.
Wait, look! They're all collapsing! Their genetic structure must be falling apart.
No, my life's work ruined. My mushrooms, my tomatoes, my eggs.
So, your evil plan has failed.
That was The Very World of Milton Jones, starring Milton Jones. It also starred Alexander Armstrong and Joanna Scanlon. The show was written by Milton Jones, with Dan Evans, John Holmes and Andy Hurst, Mark Evans and James Barkman, and Mike Haskins. The producer was David Tyler, and the programme was a positive production for the BBC.